Here are 20 crypto coins that could dump massive unlocks on holders. You need to know about these before the unlocks happen, because if you get caught when a big token unlock comes out, you could lose lots of money. Now, if you don't know, a token unlock right now, many coins like Hyperliquid, Ondo, Rain have huge amounts of the tokens that are not actually circulating. That means there's only a tiny percentage that's actually tradable. And then there's all these coins that are still locked up. And unlock is where coins that were previously not movable or tradable become movable or tradable, increasing your circulating supply and then setting up for a potential big dump. Now, not necessarily, but then there's some surprising coins like Bitcoin, which right now Bitcoin is unlocking $10 billion a year via mining. That means you need a net of $10 billion more dollars in theory, not excluding, price manipulation and leverage and all that stuff. But Bitcoin, you have to have billions of dollars of net buying pressure a year just to maintain where things are at. And Solana, you need billions of dollars a year coming in that people are buying just to maintain where things are already at today. But there's much worse situations that we'll go into and hear in depth. And if you appreciate this research, go to jerrybanfield.com. You can join on jerrybanfield.com. Now it's set up where you can, if I'm online, like right now while I'm filming this video, you can just immediately talk to me. A guy earlier paid the $39 on a credit card, and 3 minutes later, I messaged him on WhatsApp. 3 minutes after that, we were on a video call on WhatsApp. And if you just want to chat and ask about different coins, I've got a new lifetime chat that's directly on my website, no third-party censors, which is really cool. So let's go through deep research here. I pulled a bunch of data from all the different token unlock websites, and I'm ranking the danger for these coins, like the extreme danger coins, Hype, Ondo, Rain, YZY, and others. I'm ranking it danger because how much of the current float is being unlocked? And that's like what percentage of the total supply is out there versus how many dollars are being unlocked. Like the worst scenarios where the unlock is so huge that it makes the circulating supply that's a significant portion of the whole circulating supply. And then how many dollars of the tokens are becoming available, how soon the unlock happens, and how much the supply has already been released. So you need to look deeper for every coin. Some of you don't realize you're holding coins that have huge problems coming from token unlocks. So the number one danger on this list right now is Rain, where it's not even one giant cliff. It's continuous dumping where you've got huge amounts. In 1 year, $6.1 billion of the whole supply being unlocked, and the current market cap is only $9 billion. Like, this is crazy. That today is amount to 2/3 of today's circulating supply. This is the absolute worst one. Like, no way I would hold this, not financial advice. I'm an ICP maxi because of the tech. And this is almost guaranteed scenario where the Rain price gets absolutely destroyed, even if the project continues. Now, there's differences with DefiLlama saying 781 million of Rain unlocks over the last 30 days versus Tokenomics says 500 and some million. But the point is there's hundreds of millions of dollars unlocking. That is a huge problem. Second one is YZY, 22% almost immediately. With the whole market cap right now, 87 million, upcoming unlock, $35 million. And this is happening in just a few days. Huge amount of supply. And that doesn't mean it's going to get sold immediately. But if you're holding this, you don't realize this unlock exists, you're in a very dangerous position. GRVT, 56% of the float here with market cap 37 million, X unlock $21 million coming in 2 weeks. That scares the heck out of me. Like, I would dump this immediately, not financial advice, and I don't have any of it because I would have dumped it if somehow I got it. Now, 21 million by itself doesn't sound enormous, but the whole market cap that's tradable right now is 37 million. That is huge. And not saying they're going to sell all of it at once, but that's a lot of potential sell pressure. XPL, 63% unlocked, $200 million market cap, and 132 million in unlock coming with next month. That is one of the largest relative unlocks. That's awful. And if you're holding this, you should know, like, who's getting this unlock? Why are they going to hold it instead of dump it? How much does it dump if they even sell a fraction of it? Next one, 2Z. $194 million market cap, 92 million more dollars coming unlocked next month. And that's 47%, nearly half of what is available is being unlocked. Very dangerous. Now, here's one of the bigger ones that many of y'all may have. It's Ondo or Ondo Finance, $634 million unlock coming. That is huge against the only $1.59 billion market cap in such a big project. Now, this one, we can see this further away. In about 5 months, this is coming. But this is something that could get sold in advance because sometimes there's artificial price manipulation up right before unlocks happen. Other times, they're selling in advance to prepare for the unlocks. So you can check the chart to see what it did before and see if you can predict it. Like Immutable X, there would often be what appeared to be a manipulated pump right before big token unlocks, and then the whole manipulated pump will get erased and it would go down further. So with Ondo Finance, like there's no way I would want to be sitting in the middle of something with that big of a token unlock. Hyperliquid, so much bullish talk about this, but the unlocks are miserable on Hyperliquid. Like they make the burn seem irrelevant. The market cap is $12 billion. And there's an unlock coming for $500 million for Hyperliquid in just 22 days. But the absolute value is enormous. And these unlocks just happen over and over and over again on Hyperliquid over the next few years. I mean, this unlock is only 2.37%, and it's $500 million. To me, this makes Hyperliquid absolutely unsustainable. Like, there's no way all these token unlocks are not going to bury the price. Bury those cockroaches. There's no way these token unlocks are not going to bury the price over time because you just need so much buying power. You need so much burning just to stay even. Another high danger one is Humanity, $233 million market cap, $31 million in token unlock coming in just 10 days. And that's 14% of the entire market cap out there. Huge difference in percentage. And yes, some of the platforms give different data, but bottom line, 10 days, tens of millions of dollars getting unlocked in a project with the total market cap's a couple hundred million. Big problem. Kaito, 40-cent current price, market cap 98 million, $13 million token unlock coming in just 5 days, 13% of the whole market cap coming out. And now it showed the previous 7-day unlock, the price actually went up. And again, if you're going to manipulate and financially engineer prices, which is huge in crypto, lots of times there's an incentive to do it right after the token unlocks come out. Because first of all, most people aren't paying attention to token unlocks. Second of all, if you can manipulate the price up and you know you're going to dump, the time to manipulate the price up is right when you want to start selling. So what tends to happen though is after the tokens have been unlocked at some point, then the consistent sell pressure comes in where the unlocks are being sold. Number 10, LayerZero, $275 million market cap, $20 million token unlock coming in just 5 days. Again, this actually did go up a little bit. Doesn't mean it's an automatic dump, but there's tens of millions of dollars that couldn't have been accessed before this coming out. Ton or gram, $1.32. Price currently $3.6 billion market cap, $48 million unlocking, nearly $50 million coming out in just 8 days. And there's a ton more token unlocks coming for gram. Sign is getting a $2 million almost unlock, 11% of this tiny little $16 million market cap. It's the opposite of Hype, but where Hype has this huge market cap and a huge unlock, but relative to 11% of the whole thing coming out, the whole market cap's only 16 million. So you're getting almost $2 million coming out on a small market. That is a big risk factor. You have Pixel, where you have $400,000 on a $3 million market cap. Again, some of these small market caps are even more volatile. There can be less financial engineering and liquidity, and some of them can actually dump harder. 400,000 doesn't sound like a big deal, but on a tiny market cap, that could be massive. Here's some moderate or serious risk ones. Limitless, $8 million market cap, $780,000 coming out a little less than 10% of the whole supply. That is significant. Solv protocol, $11 million. You have a little less than 1 million coming unlocked, 8% of the whole supply in just 2 days. And the last time it dumped 3% right after that. Arbitrum, big market cap, $493 million and $6 million more dollars. They just keep doing unlocks just constantly. This one, you're only going to have a few hours between when I record this and when this comes out. Did go up 2% last time. And yet there's still constant token unlocks down. And in a bear market, token unlocks are just unnecessary sell pressure. Like ICP doesn't have any more token unlocks coming. All those are done after 5 years. And that's all my money's in ICP. There's no more locked up tokens that investors, like less than 1% or something. It's tiny. Sei, $268 million market cap, $3 million coming unlocked just a few hours from this. And this, you should know about all these. Now, the last thing we'll talk about, you don't have these coins don't have regular VC cliff unlocks, but Bitcoin instead, every day, tens of millions of dollars of Bitcoin are unlocked via mining. And that turns into tens of billions of dollars a year in Bitcoin, largely sell pressure, because most of the miners dump, although they will hold sometimes, but they have to pay for their mining operations. So that's tens of billions of dollars of Bitcoin at the current prices that are dumped. And do you realize that the lower the Bitcoin price is, the more pressure the miners are under, because the mining becomes less and less profitable. But the higher the price is, the more incentive there is to dump it and pay for operations in case the price is lower. So these unlocks going directly to miners create what could be an unsustainable situation for Bitcoin over the long term, because fees just don't hardly pay for anything on Bitcoin. It's almost all mining. And that's still $10 billion in new Bitcoin every year. If you're not constantly marketing and hyping Bitcoin and getting all kinds of new money into it, this, at some point, this could end up where Bitcoin has diminishing returns like it already has, and where the price just has a hard time pumping because mining is still unlocking so much. And we have 2 more years where the mining continues at this rate. Then we'll look at, it can handle this much better than smaller tokens like Rain. And this is why you should compare things. Like Rain unlocking $6 billion a year is so ridiculous next to Bitcoin. Like it's impossible for me to see how you would want to hold that token. Ethereum still unlocking billions of dollars a year. And the deflationary aspect of the network seems to have went out the window at this point, which was all the hype before. And instead we're getting billions more dollars of Ethereum, which, Ethereum's got a lot smaller market cap than Bitcoin. So it's still not that much, but it means you've got to have billions more dollars coming in just to absorb all of the new Ethereum. And then Solana, again, very dependent, smaller market cap on Ethereum, billions more dollars. People talk about the ICP tokenomics. Like Solana literally in 1 year is printing the entire ICP market cap. Like people are like, oh, the ICP inflation. Solana is printing the entire amount of the ICP market cap in a single year at current prices for inflation. But so is Ethereum. And Bitcoin is actually unlocking like 6-7 times the whole ICP market cap in new token unlocks every year. So like this, you can see if the Solana price drops, the incentive to use the network drops from the token unlocks and the inflation. And therefore, like these coins have to hold the price over time. There's like nothing keeping a floor where they can down spiral. And, to summarize, all these unlocks don't guarantee a dump. Of course, some of the tokens actually went up, but others tanked after their token unlocks. And the tanking is more common than going up. And generally, I'd say the ones that go up are generally a manipulation, and they're not going to keep it. So the unlock puts you in a dangerous situation where a lot of it could be sold and where it's likely to dump in price. And yes, the release supply can sit there in investor wallets, sit there in team wallets. They can wait for the exact right time to dump it. It can be reached exchanges, but that doesn't mean. And the websites show significantly different numbers based on the projects. And that's why it's worth it to do your research, put all this together, put all of it in AI, and then make sure you're not sitting on coins where you're going to get wrecked. And some of the biggest percentage dangers on here: XPL, GRVT, 2Z, Ondo, Sign, Pixel, Solv, Kaito. Some of the largest, scariest dollar amounts. Rain is crazy. Ondo, Hype, huge amounts of dumpage. So the question is, are you in tokens? Are you in any of these? And if so, I mean, I would exit. I don't want to sit in coins with big token unlocks when there's better opportunities out there like Internet Computer Protocol. If you'd like to be able to chat with me anytime and ask about anything, go to jerrybanfield.com, join my chat. You'll get to be on the leaderboard and show off that you are in here, and you'll have a profile. You can talk with me if I'm available instantly. Like within, the last guy was able to talk to me within 6 minutes of paying. We were on WhatsApp, and these are set up right there for you. Plus, I still have my one-on-one Zoom call you can schedule in advance. My school community, if you want to give me a tip to support my work, you'll get to have a dedicated, there's a dedicated tip page on my website. I just launched that, and whoever drops the tip first will get featured on there. Thank you for watching all this, and I hope this information was helpful.